I mean, this is not what I had planned. What's up, guys? Welcome to Vlogmas. This is the Vlogmas like Q&A and respond to your questions. If you guys follow us on Instagram or if you saw the post here on YouTube, you know that today we're going to be responding to your comments and answering your questions that you previously posted. So that'll be a lot of fun because we have to adult today. We have to clean the house. We got to get things squared away. So I figured it'd be a good activity to do. Did you see that I posted that? Or?
I did not.
No, Priscilla doesn't even know that we're doing it. So off the cuff. Here we go. Okay, start at the top. First one's from Mel B. Said, how tall are all of you? You've mentioned before people say you're shorter in person. Well, I am 5'8". Mom, can you grab a napkin?
It's right here on the floor.
Oh, okay. Isaiah is, he's about 5'9" now. He's got about an inch on me. Priscilla is 5'6", and Abigail is 5'1.5", about almost 5'1". We're not tall. Good job. She got on her own and everything. You look kind of French, but girl, you a mess. Okay, the next one is from Samantha Vandervate. Samantha says, how do you guys handle it when you found out Abby was different, and how did you cope with it? My son is 5 and I'm having a hard time. Just any advice to someone who is new to having a special needs child and how to handle? Great question, and I'm sorry that you're having a hard time. We know how that is, we do. I don't want you to feel like I'm cutting the answer short here, but I would highly recommend going to watch our video of the early days when Abby was first diagnosed, because that's going to have the most amount of information and the most concise response to your question. But I will link that right up here for you. Bye, kiddo. Bye.
Say bye.
Love you. Have a good day. Bye, cleaning buddy. See you in a minute.
Okay.
Priscilla's back.
I'm back.
Okay, you guys' questions are amazing. Robin L says, do you ever take a vacation from the camera? I can't imagine being on almost every day. Grateful for the content, but do you ever just want a break from it?
Yes.
Do you?
Okay, so I love the camera. I don't mind being on camera, but I don't always like to have to be like dolled up. And that's just a personal, like this is stressing me out right now. Being in a t-shirt, I never wear t-shirts. No makeup, hair not done, so that part of me stresses me out.
That makes sense.
But I mean, I love what we do.
Right.
So.
We've taken a couple of mini breaks, like a couple days at a time. And how did I do with that, would you say? You don't do well. I don't do well. I enjoy it. I like making little mini movies, you know, even if like there's some that we upload that I know aren't gonna do well, like they aren't gonna get a lot of views, and I don't care because I enjoy doing it, you know. I mean, I want you guys to watch our videos, but I just enjoy making videos. Not to say the couple days that we've had like off camera, I haven't enjoyed though. I enjoy it all. I just enjoy. Yeah. Sharon Patricia says, Abby has some pretty cute hairstyles. Did you have to desensitize her to having hair styled with hairbands and barrettes like you are doing now with the hat? Good question, Sharon. No. So, well, yeah, sort of. We had to overcome what are they called? The ties, the hair ties? Yeah, so she won't wear like a normal, she won't wear like these kind of thick hair ties because she can pull them out. Yeah. So we used the little clear ones because you can't just pull them out of the hair. Right. So she just gives up on it. Yeah, so she won't really do like bows or barrettes or anything like that. Right, though. Right. And you notice her hair is always pulled back because if not, she'll put it in her mouth. Yeah. So that's why we went with the clear hair ties. That's why her hair gets styled the way that it does, you know, to keep it out of her face. I try to make it as cute as possible, but it's very utilitarian. I mean, it has a purpose, no doubt. All right, guys. Gave him the broom. All right, so this one is from Angeli Holes. What is Abby's cognitive function as far as chronological age? Do you think she would ever be self-regulated or even have a job that is designed for special needs? I have Asperger's syndrome and I currently go to college full-time and work part-time. So that's a good question. Yeah. We talked about that in the live a little bit, just a couple Video's back.
I don't know on paper. So when we had her regular IEPs, they always did a chronological age for different aspects of her education. But now that she is in private school, she has a treatment plan, and they actually don't go through that part. Just as a mom, not as like medical, I would say, and obviously I think it depends on whatever the subject is, right? Like there's some things she's way better at than other things. I don't know. What would you say for chronological?
Attitude, she's 13.
True.
Totally.
She's such a teenager.
But yeah, it really depends on the task at hand. Like a lot of stuff, she's very much, you know, as far as her cognitive level, very much a toddler. But then that also, like, motor function comes into play there.
Right.
Like muscle control, motor function, motor control issues that she has, like with brushing her teeth. She knows how to brush her teeth, but how to move that toothbrush in her mouth, that's not cognitive, that's motor, you know, motor control.
Right. She doesn't like pick her clothes out. I do that for her.
Right.
It just depends on the
It really depends on the task. That's a hard one to answer. So also understand, I know a lot of people don't know this, but we talked about this in the live stream. That's a tough question for parents to answer, like emotionally.
Yeah.
Because that's always the hardest part of IEPs, is when that part is on the paper, you know, reading like what her cognitive functional level is.
Right.
That's the hardest part. So, you know, when you ask that question, you know, just
tread lightly.
Tread lightly. It's a tough thing for us to answer because
yeah.
She's 13 and we want her to be 13. Like we're fine with the autism.
Yeah.
But we don't want her to be a 2-year-old, 13-year-old with autism.
Right.
Does that sound right to you?
Yeah. And as far as living on her own and having a job, I don't see Abigail ever like living on her own. Our goal is to have a house that has almost like an apartment style behind us. But that doesn't mean that she would live there by herself. She may have like caregivers. Obviously we would be there. So I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to tell.
Our goal is for her to have as much independence as possible, to give her as much independence as possible until the day we die. And that's and whatever comes of that hard work, then great. I mean, that's you know, that's where she'll be at.
Yeah. This is an easy question. This is from Kathleen York. She said, are you taking down your Christmas tree before you leave for Tennessee? Nope. So if you don't know, we are going to Gatlinburg for Christmas. And we're going to spend our first Christmas away from our house. But we will not take our Christmas tree down. I actually don't take the tree down until New Year's Day. So we will not be taking the Christmas tree down.
I'm curious as why that question came. Is it like just planning thing or like fire hazard thing? Or I mean, we won't leave the lights on, but
right.
I mean, you know.
But I want to come back to a Christmas tree.
There's a combustible tree in the house. I mean, the house burns down. At least we're not in it, right?
So no, our tree will stay up.
Priscilla would leave it up through February.
True. I love a Christmas tree.
Everybody's home. Look, the girls are on their respective couches on their devices. Mom doesn't feel good. Did I get you sick?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
Wait, are you sick with a man cold now?
Does it transfer the same when?
Are you gonna complain all the time and then we get to yell at you and like, stop whining?
I complain all the time?
No, but that's what Mom always does. She says you're complaining.
Did you catch a man cold?
Probably.
Hey, Sweetums, how was your day?
I love how everybody's in pajamas.
I know. I took a shower and put pajama pants back on. How was your day? How was your day? Was it a good day? Did she have a good day, Mom?
She had a good day.
Just like you guys didn't get to see me yesterday, so I want to get real close with you, Mom. Right on top of you. You look precious in that sweater. And you know it too, don't you? Look at you. Smiling. What's up? Pretzel? Food? You know what? Your brother went to pick up Chick-fil-A because we don't feel like cooking. Is that okay? You want Chick-fil-A? Yes. Okay. Well, we're going to have Chick-fil-A.
What are you watching on this thing? Kinder Eggs.
Kinder Eggs. She's watching people open candy and stuff. Aw. The typical things. You know, when your kid does those like typical things, it just hits you in the feels. Here's a good question, Sil. Okay. From Brianna. Lynn Kiplinger said, do you have any tips for someone in the medical field on how to interact with nonverbal person, special needs person? That's a really good question.
It is.
Okay, so my tip would be to interact with them just like you would interact with anybody else. You know, start there, and if you need to change your approach, then you can adjust. Otherwise, I wouldn't start. I don't know. I don't know how to say this PC. You know, you don't want to dumb it down and just assume that because like you interact with someone and they're nonverbal that they don't understand you or that they have a limited understanding of what's going on. I wouldn't assume that from the get-go. I would, you know, a lot. You see how we talk to Abigail, like she's typical a lot of times. I also talk to her like she's my baby girl because she's my baby girl.
Well, and when you're in the medical field, like sometimes I do have to talk to her a certain way.
Right.
But if the professional just talks to her just like a typical child, then that's fine. Yep. And let me kind of run the conversation.
Yeah, because usually if they're at that level of need, then they have a caregiver with them anyway.
Right.
Yep. Good question. Abby is starving. Abby, your brother is bringing food. Are you just going to send your mom? That's what you're doing?
She's not. You know, she thinks she's like little.
Yeah, she thinks she's a baby girl too. Love Music says, do you know if Abby is left-handed or right-handed? We think she's right-handed.
Yeah.
She's more dominant with her right hand. Elena Parsowith says, how do you come up with Sugar Plum adventures? Sugar Plum gets into her own messes. I just document it. That's all. It's a collaborative effort.
It is.
Yeah, coming up with the stories is a major challenge. It's, you know, every single day we have to come up with a story, and that's always tough. It's a topic of tension in our household sometimes. What the elf's gonna do at night?
What he's saying is, I come up with amazing ideas, and he doesn't love them all the time.
That's That's
what he's saying.
Totally not what I'm saying. No. Ooh, Abby Greenberg, good question. Will Isaiah have to take care of Abby when she gets older? No. I'm sorry. Priscilla is like groaning back here and stuff.
She's just like moving around. Like she's so little.
No, Isaiah won't have to take care of Abby when they're older. You know, Isaiah, once we're gone or not able to make appropriate decisions for Abigail, if that point comes, that will be on Isaiah. Yeah, he'll be the one to make decisions on her behalf and oversee, you know, her general care and life, which is something he welcomes. But as far as like, he'll have to like,
there's snot.
He won't have to clean up her snot.
Asa.
That's not what we have planned. What's up?
There's snot.
But no, he will not have to take care of her daily immediate needs. We will have caregivers for Abigail, depending on her needs, depending on what level of support she requires. That's why we work so hard every single day for independence. Annie Abrams says, does Abby know what to do in an emergency, or do you think that would lead to a meltdown? No, Abigail doesn't know what to do in an emergency.
But I don't think it would lead to a meltdown.
No, absolutely not.
I mean, they do fire drills and stuff like that at school, and she's fine. Yeah. She just has no sense of urgency.
Yeah. She would have to be assisted in the event of emergency. If anything, it would lead to joy, because the kid loves chaos.
Yeah, she really
loves chaos. Like when things are just, everybody's freaking out and stuff, she's having a blast. Aw, Faye said, as a kid, did you ever read to Abby? Priscilla read to Abby every single day when she was little.
Yep, with a motorcycle helmet on my head.
Abby loved to be read to, but she also loved to grab Mom by the hair and try to like pull her down, like take her down, like take her out type of thing. So we actually have a picture of Priscilla wearing a full-face motorcycle helmet and reading to Abigail. AKF Goodfellow said, what's the hardest thing that Abby has had to overcome, and what's the hardest thing that your family has had to overcome? What is the hardest thing you've had to overcome, Ab?
I don't know about Abby.
I think maybe like an ongoing thing. Yeah, communication for sure. Outside of communication, I would say like play skills. Like occupying herself like she is right now with things to do. She didn't have that for years, like 10 years. Yeah. This is a recent development for her where she can actually go up to a room and hang out. You know, it's sad because we're like, oh, we don't get to see her. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, when she first started doing it, we're like, what is this new and amazing thing? And it's quiet awesome downstairs for 5 minutes. Yeah,
and it's really awesome for her.
Right.
because she thoroughly enjoys doing that.
And she doesn't rely on other people to keep her occupied and keep her happy.
The only reason she's down here right now is because she's waiting on food.
She knows dinner's coming.
Yeah. I say for me, was the school. Like,
for us to overcome?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the most, like, it was only a year of our life comparison to a lot of other things, a lot of other challenges we faced, but it was definitely like the most gut-wrenching, like, it was the hardest year of my life, without a doubt. That was tough. Oh, I got a fire question here, Priscilla. From Allison Tucker, said, did Abby struggle with figuring out that the pictures represent actual things for her Pecs communication device? How did you teach her? My son is 5 and they're trying to teach him to use Pecs at his school, but he just wants a stem with all the picture cards and doesn't recognize the pictures on them. We tried to introduce tablet the communication app and he just rubs it on his head. LOL. We can't even get him to poke the screen.
So Abby used Pecs for 5 years in the public school system, and she could not discriminate between 2 pictures.
Right.
They were all cartoon pictures. I don't know if you're using
drawings, yeah.
I don't know if that's what you're using, but she did really well with real pictures. So if that's an option for you, I would highly recommend that. It is hard if he's stemming off of the pictures, but maybe give him something that's similar that he can stem with maybe before you try to introduce the picture, just to get that out of his system. I don't know, that might work.
I was looking up Abby's communication app here. So on Abby's app, she has real pictures of things.
Yeah.
So that's how she's able to discriminate much better and better communicate. So that, I don't know if he's using real pictures or not, but that is what has helped. And then of course, you know, reinforcing, making the correct selection based on what he's actually wanting to do. If he has an activity that he is desiring to do and the reinforcement, like the stem, is stronger than whatever reinforcer you're offering, it's not gonna work.
Right.
I would, you know, we never ever want to say suppress stems.
Right.
But you could have him request stemming time, and that would be his reinforcer.
Right.
And use a communication device in order to do that. I would recommend that to the teachers and therapists. Is, you know, if his reinforcer is stemming and that's overpowering everything else, make that something he can request, is time to go do that. Sometimes my answers, I'm like, yeah, good answer, Asa, good answer. Jennifer Followell said, I've always forgot to ask, but how did you know Abby was ready to start potty training? I asked because mine are currently both nonverbal also. Abigail's never been ready to start potty training.
No.
Abigail doesn't care. Mom and Dad were ready to start potty training.
We tried, and we were having no success after months and months. So we stepped back and we reintroduced it. She does request more often, but you can see, like, she sits here and says potty. I'm like, go to the bathroom, and she won't go because she doesn't really need to go to the bathroom.
Right.
So it's just hard. Do you have to go?
Because you literally went 5 minutes ago.
Then go to the bathroom.
Your brother's home.
Why are you not this happy when you see me? Why can't you be this happy when I come home normally? I feel like it's the Chick-fil-A.
It is the Chick-fil-A. So we're doing some Q&As today, answering some questions in the comments and whatnot. Morgan Rui said, how is Isaiah? Prior to Vlogmas activities, it seemed like he was not in the vlogs as much with the new vlog format. Maybe that's his own request. Just hope he's doing well with school and college research. I'm not sure what you mean as far as new vlog format. Like we did some more educational stuff for like 2 weeks or something like that, for a few videos. But we've been just daily vlogging since then. He's been in them, but I mean, go ahead.
I mean, I'm busy also. I think I've had a lot of stuff going on, you know, getting into school and everything else. And so, I'm definitely still in the vlogs though. And plus, Vlogmas is great because we all get to like do these activities and things. And,
well, they said prior to Vlogmas.
Right. That's
oh, I got you.
So that's why I'm in more with Vlogmas, because I'm not just upstairs doing homework.
Because we force him.
Well, no.
Yeah.
No,
we totally do. We're like, Isaiah, come downstairs and do the gingerbread houses. And just like all kids, they're like, ugh. And then when he starts doing it,
It's a lot of fun.
It's the best time ever.
That's not the point. The point is, I shouldn't be forced to do anything. Even if you know I'm gonna enjoy it.
Shut up.
But you have never had an issue with being on the vlogs, have you? Never said
No,
that you
I don't
want to be
mind.
on them.
Man, you got some bedhead going on, girl.
She's laying on the couch. Leave her alone. She doesn't feel good. You want me to cut you out of the vlogs? Because that's gonna happen.
Hey.
No, if Isaiah ever, is like, Dad, I don't really want to, then you know what? It's his own prerogative. It's not his job. Of course, I mean, it is kind of like the family business.
Yeah, it's kind of like hurting the family.
You want to? Oh, you not being in the vlogs is hurting the family. Is that what you're saying? Wow. So we need you. We need you in the vlogs to you're carrying the vlogs is what you're saying.
I mean, I do need a chiropractor because my back hurts from carrying the team right now.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
Okay, come on.
Did you miss him? That's the question. Are you so tired? Look, Mommy. Mommy's working hard. Aww. Thanks guys so much for watching. We appreciate hanging out with us today. And we didn't do anything Christmas related in our Vlogmas today. Should we let our friend close it out to help us make it Christmas related? Okay, here we go. Hello, Abigail. Hi guys. What do you think of that? Bye guys. Hello, Abigail. Aww. Thank you. This is not how... I mean, this is not what I had planned for this sequence of the video. Oh, do you love Santa?